So, when did you start with this? How did you come up with this?
Well, we started with this last year in 2020. And part of this was because, you know, as a trader, last year we, with the COVID, for example, the avocado market completely crashed. And I, as a small company, we had to throw away about 100 tons of avocados. And this basically was the biggest knocker for me. And it was like, okay, then this is a serious issue and we need to resolve this. And then, you know, having Jonas, who is a tech expert, and myself, who is an agribusiness expert, we put our heads together, and then we thought we need to come up with a tech-based platform that will allow and enable food companies to be able to, you know, prevent and avoid dumping food, and redistributing the surplus using technology, and also ensuring that this continues to happen. So this is basically how we came up with it. It was, let's say, a mixture of crisis and expertise.
Yes. And maybe to add on here, so to many, you know, areas in business, Corona really has been brought difficulties, and well, especially the food sector has shown that the supply chains are really not very resilient. There have been a lot of problems, but in the end, in our case, this also raised a lot of awareness on the topic. So although it was already a known problem before, especially the perspective of pre-retail, so what is happening at the farm, what is happening, you know, along the chain, it wasn't so present in the heads of people until we saw those pictures of mountains of potato, you know, being on the farm and just spoil. So in a way, although of course it has also been challenging in certain ways, this Corona situation for us, I would say, rather also had some positive effects on what we want to do. Because it cleared the way to a more general understanding of the problem.
So, but then again, the question is, what exactly are your goals, and what's your business? I see. Are you a business, or are you an NGO, or what's your main business model, main model of activity?
So we are a business, and what we do is that we supply food companies, so farmers, traders, and distributors, with a waste management toolbox that is technology based. And this waste management toolbox allows these companies to understand, analyze their waste. It allows them to predict their waste happenings and waste occurrences, so that you can always have preventative action when you know what to expect when. And then it also comes with one product, which is a marketplace, and that product allows the surplus or the potential waste to be redistributed. So once we identify the waste at the beginning and we understand what it is, then you're able to find clients or food banks or other areas that need this food or could reuse it, and you can redistribute it through that. And then we also have a certification, because we believe that food waste as an issue, just like fair compensation has been an issue, and for fair compensation we have fair trade, which makes sure that food companies are actually paying their farmers and everyone within the chain the correct way. And then we came up with a digital-based certification for food companies that ensures that they can continue to save waste and become compliant. And then they can also talk about it and communicate how much waste they are saving to the rest of the world. So we are a business, and our waste management toolbox basically is paid on a subscription level for these food companies. So whether you're a farmer or a distributor or a trader, then we are the person that you want to come to if you want to save some food.
Cool.
And it also, you know, it's also a for-profit business, because in the end, thrown away food is thrown away resources. So if you make it valuable again as an actor in the chain, it also increases your revenues, and you don't have to pay any dumping costs, so you don't have to pay to have the trash picked up. And in many other industries, every waste that is happening or every surplus that's happening is seen as an inefficiency in the business. But because we have emotionalized this whole food topic so much, this perspective has been gotten a little bit out of the way. It has been like, you're the guilty one, you're the one who's wasting things. And so we are not pointing any fingers. We say, okay, that's the situation. Situation is also the market. You know, we have a monopsone, like the demand side is the strong side, so they can dictate in the chain what has to happen, like the irresistible offer. Either you give me this amount to this price or not, and that's why it also doesn't have so much value. Yeah, so from a profit side, now we go back to make it an efficiency problem and solve that one. And so we save food, we make you earn more money, and in the meantime, we also save the planet and pay the farmers.
Yeah, that would be already a nice conclusion, though. That's cool. So how's the feedback of the company? So from our preparation talk, I know you're having a pilot. So what's the pilot? How's it going? Your pilot, since when, and what are you doing there? I know we can't name the customer there, but how's it running? How's the pilot looking?
Well, the pilot is working quite nice. We only started with it about 2 weeks ago. It is actually quite a major pilot because we got the challenge to have to get rid of 120 tons of fruit puree, basically. So the fruits have at least, luckily enough, they have been converted from being fresh fruit and they are now a puree. And then now we have almost a year to get rid of them, but things are going really well. And fingers crossed, if everything goes according to plan, then we will actually have finished all the stock next week. So we will have saved already 120 tons by next week. So, everyone keep channeling your positive energy towards us. We definitely need it. But basically the feedback from, let's say, the industry is up until now, well, semi-skeptical, but also interested. Why do I say semi-skeptical but interested? Well, the food industry is basically the longest existing industry alongside a couple others. And it remains extremely traditional. And extremely traditional, then, very anti-technology, very anti other ways of working. So, even offers most of the time are shared on the phone as opposed to, sending someone an email or whatever. And so this was one of the obstacles that we were meeting. And then the second obstacle that we were meeting is that, some of these clients, before they have the tech solution, they would like to know that you have a solution for their surplus and their waste immediately. And this was, of course, it was a bit tricky for us, but then we strapped it up and then we decided, hey, you know what, we're just going to go at it. And we are so far doing quite well. And we hope that if this pilot goes well, and then the client would like to talk about us a bit more, then I think it will shed a lot of light into our solution and how well it works. And then we will be able to get a whole lot more clients.
Awesome. Congrats. Really, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And so, okay. So then what would you say, what are your perspectives for the next, say, 1 to 5 years or so?